There are plenty of VPNs to choose from, whether you want a free or a premium tool. But are there any reliable free VPNs? To find that out, I've compiled a tier list so you can see your best free VPN options and which providers you should avoid. One thing to keep in mind before I begin is that this ranking is heavily based on my personal experience and testing. So before making your pick, assess your needs and whether your chosen VPN actually fits them. That said, there are some free VPNs that you should avoid like the plague. While they don't spread plague, they might spread malware or lies. One of those is Hola VPN. It's not even hiding that they're data logging, which includes IP addresses that can potentially be disclosed to third parties. But wait, there's more. Hola users were warned of becoming a part of a botnet, which is a system of computers that's been infected with malware. In reality, Hola is not even a VPN service. When you connect to Hola, you're not even a server. You're rerouting your traffic through other Hola VPN users' devices and stealing their bandwidth. They do say it in their service agreements, so technically it's legal, but do you think their users read that? I could go on, but now it should be clear that Hola VPN does the opposite of what a VPN should do: improve your privacy and security online. With that in mind, I think it's not far-fetched to call it a scam. So F tier it is. Adios Hola VPN, may our paths not cross again. Spoiler alert, the next VPN is a little bit better. It's called Betternet. Since it's an actual VPN and not a scam, let's see what this VPN brings. When it comes to security, it relies on the industry standard encryption that most premium VPNs use, so that's a plus. However, privacy is a bit of a question mark. Its jurisdiction is within the USA. While Betternet claims to not record browsing activity, it tracks your approximate geolocation, ISP info, sessions, and bandwidth. The free version is limited only to US virtual locations, while the premium has an unknown amount of servers in 80 countries. If you're looking for a VPN for streaming, I suggest picking something else. Betternet is not very good for that. It does work with Netflix in the US and UK, but other than that, it's very limited. And while Betternet allows for torrenting on all its servers, it's still not the best free VPN option for torrenting because of the daily limit of 500 megabytes. Sure, it's not that bad for a free VPN, but you probably want to torrent bigger files than that. While it's available on all major operating systems except Linux, it's very Windows focused. Core VPN features such as a kill switch and split tunneling are only available for Windows. Moreover, picking a tunneling protocol is only available on the Windows Premium version. Overall, Betternet has plenty of shortcomings, but it's still okay for some light usage, so let's put it into C tier. Next up, Windscribe. Let's start with what's important: security and privacy. It has an industry standard encryption cipher and plenty of protocols to choose from. But I have to mention that in 2021, Windscribe suffered a data breach. This prompted a major security overhaul of Windscribe, so hopefully it learned its lesson. Now, privacy is also a mixed bag. Windscribe's jurisdiction is within Canada. Moreover, it logs some of the information, but claims not to log your browsing activity or source IP. Looking at the app, it's very simplistic and easy to use. I like that the server list also shows you the latency rate. I wish that more VPNs would do that. Now, Windscribe has all of its features available with the free plan. That includes a firewall, which is kind of a replacement for a kill switch. Another interesting thing is that there are two versions, one with registration and one without registration. The difference between those is the monthly data limit. Now, whether you're a registered free user or not, Windscribe offers servers in 11 countries, which is a very nice amount for a free VPN. With Windscribe, you can access plenty of streaming libraries, torrenting is also allowed, but the speeds are not the greatest. So, all things considered, I have to rate Windscribe better than the Betternet. A well-deserved B tier it is. All right, Super VPN. How good is that? Apparently as bad or even worse than its name. A study published in 2017 revealed malware within its installation files. Then in 2020, Super VPN was reported to have been breached, affecting millions of users. After this incident, the free version was removed from the app stores. In 2022, there was another breach, and if that's not enough, all its remaining legitimacy fades with the fact that Super VPN is listed under different developers on the Apple and Google app stores. There are two reasons I've included this scam VPN in this video. First is that somehow it's still quite popular. And second, to let you know to avoid it. Ah, right, tiers. We all know it's getting an F. By the way, if you've had enough VPN horror stories and want to get a premium VPN, I've got some discounts for you in the description. All right, next, let's take a VPN we can actually review, something like Hotspot Shield. It's a very similar provider to my already reviewed Betternet. And that's not a coincidence, as both of these VPNs are owned by Aura. It has the same industry standard encryption and the same 500 megabyte data daily limit for free users, which can be increased by watching ads on iOS and Android. Wait, why is that even an option? Anyhow, Hotspot Shield keeps logs while claiming that they don't do that for premium users. However, there are no audits to prove it. But there are some differences from Betternet. One of those is that Hotspot Shield has recently added WireGuard technology for its Mac and Android users. Another one is that it's better for streaming as long as you have the premium version. It works with most of the popular platforms. Unfortunately, if you're a free user, a premium payment will pop up. Looking at features, it has split tunneling for Windows and Android and a kill switch for all of its apps. There's also a scam call blocker for iOS and Android, but it's a premium feature. Overall, Hotspot Shield doesn't differ much from Betternet, so giving it a C tier as well is fair in my book. Speaking of books, there's this provider called VPN Book. It's a strange one. It has industry standard encryption, a privacy-friendly jurisdiction of Switzerland, RAM-based servers, and no data caps despite being free. That sounds like a pretty good start, right? Well, it has issues as well. It has no graphical interface, not just on Linux, but on all the operating systems, so it's pretty complicated to use. It has no additional features whatsoever and a very limited server fleet. Besides that, it only has 4 European countries that support P2P, so torrenting is limited, especially for those outside of Europe. Even though it's not a complete hoax like Super VPN or Hola VPN, I recommend staying away from VPN Book by putting it into D tier. Let's continue this free VPN 2024 tier list with Avira Phantom VPN. It has the modern WireGuard tunneling protocol for Android users, which is nice to see from a free VPN. RAM-based servers is another positive, but that's pretty much where it ends. Its jurisdiction is not ideal, and while it claims to not keep any logs, it's hard to trust that as it has not been checked by an audit. Anyhow, it's also available on all major operating systems, and if you're going for a premium version, the phone apps can be bought separately. Its premium version is a little bit better than the free one, but it's still lacking overall. It has a malicious site blocking feature, more servers, and no monthly data cap. Besides that, if you're using this VPN for mobile, the free version has the same amount of servers and locations. On the other hand, if you're going for torrenting, the data cap of the free version is just crippling, 500 megabytes a month without registration and 1 gigabyte if you have registered. Free version features are also nothing to write home about. It includes a kill switch for desktop apps, auto connect, and launching on startup. Very basic. Right, I almost forgot to mention streaming. Might be because it's not really an option, even with the premium version. Overall, Avira Phantom VPN can be an okay short-term free solution if you need a VPN for your phone, but it brings nothing of value as a free VPN for PC. Another C tier. The lineup has been a little underwhelming so far, but maybe Proton VPN will make it better. For starters, it has the privacy-friendly jurisdiction of Switzerland and an audited no-logs policy. Yes, you heard it right. Someone finally got their no-logs claims confirmed by a third-party audit. Another Proton VPN strength is encryption. Besides the industry standard, it also has a more modern option of Cha-Cha-20. Looking at the app, despite having way more features than most other free VPN options, the interface is nice and everything was easy to find. In addition to basics like a kill switch, quick connect, and split tunneling, you can even get a free open source password manager, an encrypted email service, a secure drive, and more. Best of all, there's no data cap for free users. So, is there a reason to get the premium plan? Well, yes. With the free version, P2P servers are not available, and the premium has way more servers in general. For streaming, I recommend getting premium as well. Proton VPN Free allows for some streaming, but it pales in comparison to how much content you can access with the premium. So, if you want Proton VPN or any other of my recommendations at a discounted price, I've got a nice deal for you in the description. So, overall, it's a safe and feature-packed VPN, even for free users. One of the best free VPNs so far. I'll give it an A. Next up, a TunnelBear VPN review. At first glance, the app design really stands out. You might hate it, but some might find it cute. That said, these looks sacrifice some convenience as it's heavier on your device resources due to all these animations. I do like that it has a map for server connection though. Despite the looks, it is a rather serious VPN that has an audited no-logs policy and industry standard encryption. However, its jurisdiction is within Canada. But the good news is that all of their available servers are for free users as well. For accessing streaming content, it was okay. I managed to get into some streaming libraries. In theory, it's possible to torrent with the free plan, but the monthly data cap of 2 gigabytes is just too restricting, even though recently it was increased from 500 megabytes. For features, there's no need to get the premium version. All of them are available for free. That said, there isn't anything special. Overall, it's a very basic VPN. Due to its data cap limits, inconvenient apps, and lack of features, I can't put it higher than Tier C. Had enough of these average VPNs? Let's talk about Surfshark. It's not exactly free, but there are a couple of ways to use it for free. One of them is signing up on iOS or Android devices and receiving a 7-day trial. As another option, you would need to sign up for a regular Surfshark subscription that includes a 30-day money-back guarantee, which also puts the risk away from your wallet. All right, but how good is it? Its privacy and security are top-notch, providing modern encryption, RAM-only servers, and an audited no-logs policy. The only caveat is that the jurisdiction is within the Netherlands, but with privacy measures that Surfshark employs, that's hardly an issue. Another of Surfshark's strengths is that there are plenty of servers to choose from all around the world, and all of them are optimized for streaming and torrenting. Besides, it's one of the fastest VPN options thanks to the WireGuard tunneling protocol and extensive country coverage. Moreover, it has an impressive list of features. I especially recommend the Surfshark browser extension. It has the updated Clean Web feature, which works as a great ad blocker and doesn't require a VPN connection. Despite all of these features, the apps are easy to use on all the operating systems. It even has a graphical interface on Linux. Now, if you decide to stick with Surfshark after the free trial, it has one of the most affordable VPN plans on the market. All things considered, it's one of the best VPNs on the market and might be the best when it comes to value, especially with our discount, which you can get by scanning this QR code or clicking on the link in the description. The first VPN that I can give the highest, S tier. NordVPN is another option I have to recommend after all these scams and otherwise not so great VPNs. Just like Surfshark, it's not really free, but there are ways to try it out. The first one is to register as a first-time user via an Android device, which then allows you to use it on all operating systems. Alternatively, utilize the 30-day money-back guarantee to purchase the service initially and contact customer support if you want to get a refund. Now, let's see why I recommend NordVPN. Well, it can't get any better when it comes to privacy and security in the VPN market. It has RAM-only servers and is within the privacy-friendly Panama jurisdiction. Moreover, it has multiple independent audits included on its no-logs policy. Looking at security, there are options for industry gold standard and next-gen encryption. In addition, it has plenty of high-quality security features and specialty servers. For streaming enthusiasts, NordVPN is one of the best VPN options. I had no trouble accessing many different streaming libraries from around the world. I didn't encounter any buffering or lags either. NordVPN is the fastest provider I've ever tested. I can probably attribute such performance to its huge server fleet, which recently grew way bigger, and its super fast NordLynx tunneling protocol. What about additional features? It has plenty. Threat protection for ad blocking and safe browsing, Meshnet for your LAN parties, dark web monitor, VPN sharing over Hotspot, and much more. If you decide to stick with NordVPN long-term, it's actually one of the more affordable premium options in this tier list. As per my usual, with my discount, you can save a hefty amount of money on it. Oh, right, I have to put it into a tier list. NordVPN has to be an S. By the way, if you found this extensive tier list to be useful, the best way to thank me is by subscribing to our channel. Let's wrap things up on a high note. From exploring the good, the bad, and the downright awful, it's been quite a journey. But remember, amidst the chaos, one thing's for sure, you get what you pay for. That would be all for this VPN tier list. Let me know if you agree with me in the comments section, and I'll see you soon.